Gandalf, later revered as the most important of the Astari and a guiding light in Middle-earth's darkest trials, was not the mightiest among the Maiar, and nearly refused to be a part of the mission that would save Middle-earth and define his legacy. When Sauron's dark power rose once more, 5 wizards, called the Astari, were sent to unite the Free Peoples against the coming Shadow. But why wasn't Gandalf chosen as their leader, since he was the most influential of these wizards? The leader of the Astari was Saruman the White, a master of law, strategy, and deeply versed in Sauron's cunning and insidious ways. He commanded respect and wielded unmatched knowledge of Sauron's works. He seemed like the perfect choice, or so the Valar believed. Meanwhile, Gandalf, humble and reserved, was passed over. He never sought power or leadership, and even doubted his own strength. And yet, as time would reveal, Gandalf would prove fateful in shaping Middle-earth's destiny. When the Valar chose the Istari, they sought not conquerors but guides, emissaries who could inspire resistance without succumbing to power's allure. Before sending the Istari, the Valar debated their course in the quiet halls of Valinor. Remembering Morgoth's ruinous wars and the downfall of Númenor, they feared brute strength would again scar the world. While some whispered that patience and compassion, virtues Gandalf embodied, might endure, the majority favoured cunning intellect to match Sauron's subtle malice. Thus, the Valar appointed Saruman as the leader of the Astari, favouring his assured, commanding presence over the quieter virtues of Gandalf and the others. Even so, they never explicitly pitted Gandalf against Saruman for chief status. Saruman's self-assured grasp of law and seeming confidence simply stood out in stark contrast to Gandalf's gentler inclination. Saruman, known in Valinor as Curumo, stood out through his mastery of ancient lore and deep insight into Sauron's secrets, and just like Sauron, he had studied under Aule, absorbing cunning and crafts beyond common ken, which helped him catch even the subtlest of the Dark Lord's schemes. The Valar believed his confident intellect could anticipate and counter Sauron's deceptions, a calculated hedge against reliving past tragedies, and a more reliable safeguard than softer, untested virtues. Among the Maiar, Saruman's ambition and knowledge were unrivaled. He understood the rings of power and wore white robes symbolizing a high rank embracing all wisdom. For years, Saruman served with dignity, earning a reputation as both scholar and advisor. But as time passed, his hunger for knowledge grew obsessive and his heart darkened. The Valar entrusted him to guide the free peoples of Middle-earth and lead the Astari, yet they never foresaw that his relentless pursuit of knowledge would lead him astray. They had chosen him to avoid the ruinous extremes of direct intervention and total neglect, yet they never imagined that misused intellect could sow new and subtler perils. They also overlooked how his pride in that perfect choice could slowly warp into arrogance, a peril they had not accounted for, believing knowledge alone could avert catastrophe. On the other hand, Gandalf, known among the Valar as Olorin, took a gentler path. He guided unseen, offering counsel rather than command, a quality some Valar viewed as too mild for the daunting task of opposing Sauron. His reluctance to wield power led them to mistake his caution for indecision, never considering him for the role of Chief Astari. As a Maiar in Valinor, Gandalf was influenced by Nienna, and he learned from her that true strength rose from hope and endurance, rather than brute force. Fearing corruption's quiet hold, he wavered before accepting the mission, and only at Manwë's urging did he join the Astari, bearing quiet resolve over bold ambition. Though chosen among the 5, Gandalf's humility seemed too soft a tool against a cunning enemy. The Valar, swayed by memories of ruinous wars, viewed firm leadership as essential. They could not yet conceive how steadfast mercy might outlast even the most intricate stratagems. Despite his reluctance, Gandalf's nature was precisely what the world would need. Yet at this moment, the Valar trusted invisible strength over hidden warmth, not realizing that what seemed mild could prove unbreakable when tested, and be the key to saving Middle-earth. Although Saruman was appointed as the leader of the Astari, he began to see Gandalf more as a rival than an ally. Soon after their arrival in Middle-earth, Círdan the Shipwright sensed Gandalf's hidden potential and entrusted him with Narya, the Ring of Fire, an act that deeply wounded Saruman's pride and allowed envy to simmer into resentment. Saruman watched Gandalf awaken courage with gentle words, forging loyalty beyond any rank or command, and this was something that Saruman's ego perceived as a threat to his authority. Across Middle-earth, as Saruman's ambitions darkened, Gandalf's calm presence reassured wary hearts. In hidden corners, friendships deepened, igniting alliances that no show of force could easily shatter. Such quiet resilience would later prove crucial when the darkness pressed hardest. In the final reckoning, Gandalf's quiet virtues proved the truest bulwark against darkness. Where Saruman's ambition failed, Gandalf's patience and empathy stirred the hope that saved Middle-earth. Though Gandalf was never meant to be the Astari's chief, the days ahead would see him quietly shaping the fate of Middle-earth, often at odds with Saruman's more forceful methods. As time went on, their contrasting visions would collide, foreshadowing a deeper rivalry that would test them both. Saruman's chosen leadership aimed to defend the realm through intellect and authority, but Gandalf's gentler approach sowed the deeper seeds of hope that would one day stand unyielding against Sauron's darkness. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe, and let us know in the comments what other parts of Middle-earth you'd like to explore next.